Alrighty, so let's see if this is working. Let me know. Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? Yes or no? Can you hear me? Yes or no? This is delayed, isn't it? So, let me know. Can you guys hear me right now? Yes or no? Goodness gracious, is this delayed as ever? Why is it so delayed? You know what, guys? If you guys have Twitter, you could send me messages through Twitter as well, questions. So we're going to do this for about an hour because there's a storm coming and stuff like that. Plus, I got a new webcam, so I wanted to try it out. That's really the primary reason for why I wanted to really try this out. So there you goes. And on top of that, if you have Twitter, of course, you can go to twitter.com/Blitzwinger, and you guys can send me questions there with a hashtag, just at Blitzwinger, and then I could answer your questions through there as well. So we could do that, I guess, as well. That could definitely work out. Now, I'm trying to go into my view page to see if the comments work here. Okay. This looks good, so it works perfect, and you guys can hear me. It looks like people saying yes. So yeah, I guess we could talk about SDCC and stuff like that. I guess we could just talk about what's crack-a-lacking, and yeah, just a bunch of announcements. You guys might have just seen my Skylanders video go up, which is pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of different leaks and news and stuff like that. So that was really, really cool indeed. And I'm just checking when they're expecting this storm to come in. So just so that it doesn't come in as we're talking and conversing, I guess. Okay, so alright, so it looks like in my area there is just a thunderstorm watch. Holy moly. There are some areas that are oh my god. It looks like some areas might be hit by the tornado. That's crazy. Okay, but nonetheless, let's just talk about is SDCC and stuff like that. And if you guys could start sending in messages, comments, of course you could go through the actual box here, but ideally if you have a Twitter account, please go on Twitter, because then it will be live and much more interactive. So for now, I'm waiting for some more comments to come in. Right now I see the last comment is from Anish Sharma, and it just says yes. So why is my lamp so crooked? I just now noticed that. That is weird. So here we go. There are some more new comments. Hi Blitzwinger. Hi Slayfair 1. Dave Wilkinson says, Storm, no, it just started. It's working. What are you going to talk about? Oh, we're just going to talk about just different things. We're literally, the primary reason for this is to test the webcam, to interact with you guys for about an hour or so, and also to, of course, get some, just some stuff talking about SDCC 2013. There's a lot of cool stuff happening right now. Like they showed the, goodness gracious, what is the name of that, damn thing. I just am trying to remember. I am trying to recall. The Sentinel. That's what it was. From X-Men Days of Future Past, which looks really, really cool. I'm really flustered right now because I'm trying to figure out why the heck are the comments that delayed. So it looks like, there we go. Hunter, Luck13 Hunter on Twitter sent me a message saying, which upcoming game are you most excited for? I would have to say, like, I'm a big Batman fan, so I really want to jump into right away, say Batman Arkham Origins. But that being said, I'm really excited for Lego Marvel Superheroes. I think that'll be really fun. There's really, like, I know a lot of people would probably answer GTA 5, right? Or is it 6? 5. I'm pretty sure it's 5. But I've never been a huge GTA fan. GTA San Andreas was really kind of the only one that I was, like, a ginormous fan of. So other than that, I'm really not that big of a fan of any of the other ones. So I'm not super duper excited for GTA 5. And, everything else that I was excited for already came out. Like, Last of Us was my most looked forward game of the year. BioShock already came out. So, a lot of the games that I am super duper excited for are already out. So, I am not sure of anything else. I'm thinking if there's any... Well, I mean, of course, like, Infamous Second Son. But I'm pretty sure that that's going to end up being next year or early quarter of 2014. So I'm pretty sure that that's what it's going to be. And that being said, that would definitely be a game that I am very, very excited for just because I'm a big fan of Infamous. Holy moly, we just got 18 comments in. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So pretty much I would say Lego Marvel Superheroes. And actually, Skylander Swap Force might be really cool because of the switch outs. I think that would be really neato to see as well, how the actual figurines work in terms of abilities and stuff. So I'm excited by the gameplay possibilities there. All right, so let's see. The next question or the next comment, Smart Lego TV says, I can't wait to see the Walking Dead Season 4 trailer. Yeah, that's coming out tomorrow, isn't it? Very excited for that as well. If you don't know, I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead. And if you guys are interested in seeing my coverage for Walking Dead, I'm probably going to make an opinion video. Why is my hair so messed up? That's why I'm wearing a hat. But I'm going to make an opinion video for the trailer, Season 4 trailer, which will be on my other channel, which is Fanboy Potion. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. Okay, so Alvin Guzman says, here in New Jersey, it's just sunny. Yeah, it's going to get very bad out here. It's pretty sunny right now as well, but it's going to get bad, apparently. Okay, Lego Storm. That's appropriate, I guess, since there's a storm coming. Will you do more of these types of videos? Yeah, my idea is now that I've got the webcam, and I think it's pretty good quality, you guys tell me, but it looks pretty decent quality. The idea is to do, basically, one of these either every Friday or every other Friday, so that'll be kind of the goal. Again, we'll see how it goes, but the goal would be to ideally do this every other Friday or so, or at least... Ideally, every Friday, but at least every other Friday. Okay, Firework Starter says, haha, you look cool, man. Thanks a lot. Next up, Hunter Wilson. What upcoming game are you most excited for? Well, I already said that. He actually just answered me on Twitter. He said, yeah, you answered my question. Just made my day. No problem, Hunter. So glad I could make your day just by answering a silly little question. So great. Makes me feel good, I guess. And, okay, guys, so don't forget, of course, keep sending in your questions. I don't know why, again, it's still not updating. Oh, whoa, what the heck is going on? Okay. I just refreshed, and there's like a gazillion comments, so I'm really sorry, guys. I said there's no questions coming in. You guys are doing tremendously about actually giving questions. This is crazy. Okay, let me go down a little because there's a lot of stuff here. Holy smokes. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to see where I left off before. I'm trying to find... Dave Wilkinson has me want to say cake. Cake! I don't know why, but there. Daniel Ashraf says, I want Lego Marvel Superheroes. It's $50, a lot of money I have to save. Yeah, video games are generally not a cheap hobby. If you are a gamer... It's a very, very expensive hobby, but the way I look at it is if you're not smoking or if you're older, obviously, if you don't smoke and don't like drink alcohol, you could use that money for video games. So that's kind of how it works for me because all my friends spend a ton of cash on that kind of stuff. So I end up just saving a bunch of money because I don't do neither one of those things. And therefore, I have a lot of leftover money, which I use to buy video games. So that's how it works. Smart Lego TV says the Walking Dead trailer comes in a few minutes. Oh, really? I could have sworn they said Saturday. Are you sure about that? I'm pretty sure they were supposed to have like a big reveal on Saturday. That's odd. That's not what I heard, but hey, I guess I I'm gonna trust you. So I guess I have to go check that out once I'm done with all this. The Mario Kart Gamer 19 says, who is your favorite Skylander? My favorite Skylander is Popfist, but Skylander Swap Force looks amazing. There are so many cool designs that are coming out in that game that I'm so excited to play as and mess around with. So especially some of the new ones that came out today, like Slobbertooth. He looks amazing. So go check out that video, cheap plug, but it's very, very cool designs as well. So and Bumble Blast, he's awesome as well. So yeah, a bunch of cool stuff. Can you do Pokemon X and Y? Nintendo basically claims videos and things like that, and a lot of people said that they've turned back and they've allowed people now to monetize their videos and do things like that. But the problem is, I really want to stray slowly away from that content, because I don't want to put myself at risk to where if I do get several copyright claims, then therefore the channel gets shut down. So I don't want to take the risk. So for now, as long as Nintendo doesn't officially come out and say, hey, you know what, like, we've canceled, we're not gonna do copyright claims and everything, and you guys can just post freely. Because I mean, like, if you look at the PS4 and things like that, they're gonna just freely allow you to share video content. So I'm sure that they're gonna have a deal in place where they just allow you to share content and things like that, because that's one of their features. Sorry guys, it just was getting a call, my bad. That's very unprofessional of me. But I hope Nintendo turns back on that and they change their mind on that, because there are some definitely cool Nintendo games that I would like to share with you guys, including Pokemon X and Y. So we'll see. It really depends on them. Comment says, Amazing Spider-Man 2 Electro. I hope you mean what my opinion of that is. And my opinion is, I would say that a lot of people right away jumped to a conclusion of saying that the design looks dumb. And we haven't even seen it in action, so how the hell can you decide something like that? Plus, right now, if you have been watching San Diego Comic-Con coverage, they've actually shown some more gameplay, not gameplay, goodness gracious, me and video games right away jumped to gameplay, but they've actually shown some more footage, and you could see him talking and things like that, and you could see kind of how the experiment took place, where I assume he turns into Electro. So I don't know, I really like the design. I think that they went with a smart way of kind of balancing the Ultimate Spider-Man Electro and the regular Electro, you know, where he has a suit, but at the same time his entire body is almost kind of like energy. So I like it. I don't know, I know a lot of people jump to conclusion, oh, it chucks and everything, but I actually like the design, and I actually did a video about it also on Fanboy Potion, so another cheap plug there. Victor Filipovic, I believe is the name, or maybe I'm mispronouncing. I'm sorry if I mispronounce any of your name, guys. It's not intentional or anything like that. And he asks, when did you arrive to America? Well, I assume you mean North America, because I'm in Canada, so I'm not in the United States of America. And I arrived 5 years ago, so or sorry, no, 6 years ago this summer. It'll be 6 years very soon. So 6 years. In 6 years, I've learned English, and a lot of people tell me I'm doing a pretty good job talking English, considering I just learned it 6 years ago. Dave Willingson asks, have you watched Pacific Rim? Not yet. I really want to watch it. It's I was gonna go Wednesday with some of my friends, but they ended up being busy, and then we were like gonna go only 3 of us, and then I was like, oh, I have another thing come up, and it's just big mess. So what we're gonna end up doing is probably either going this Sunday, or otherwise it'll be next Tuesday. So it'll be a while, and I do want to support it, because I heard that they're not doing really well in the box office, and it is the kind of movie that I love to see. So I do want to go out there and support it by giving it some of my money. All right, so Hunter on Twitter just sent me a message. You're weird. I like you. Okay, thanks. That's a weird thing to send, but hey, thank you. Okay, so let's see. Holy moly, we've got 54 comments. Okay, I am really sorry about that, guys. Let's get to talking, shall we? Stone Cold says, Blitz, will you play Gmod? I am not sure what Gmod is, but maybe if it's cool, I would definitely want to give it a go and give it a try. Tasula Foe says, if you do Lego Marvel Superheroes character reviews, please do Deadpool. Yeah, guys, when Lego Marvel Superhero comes out, don't worry, I will cover it. I've already got it pre-ordered. I already paid it off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to maybe pre-order a couple more copies to give away to you guys. So we'll see. if I can save up the money for it, I will pick up several copies so I can do a giveaway with my first episode of the showcases and things like that. And on top of that, the main reason why I also want to pre-order is because I want to get some extra pre-order codes so I can give them away to you guys for extra characters. So hopefully that will be something that I could save up for and pick up for you guys. The Mario Kart, what is your favorite Skylander? I already said that. Einish Sharma, again, sorry guys if I mispronounce any of your names. Don't forget, there are different cultures, so I know a lot of people mispronounce my name, so it's okay. Okay, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is red. I really love red, but as of late, I've really started to like purple, especially like dark purple. I don't know why that is. I know that purple is not necessarily such a like manly color, but I don't know why I really like purple. I find it to be a really cool color. That's why Blitzwinger, if you notice, our new logo is purple and red. And by the way, a lot of people still asking me about the t-shirts. I'm working on that. I'm trying to put the designs together for a t-shirt. So we're going to have a Blitzwinger army shirt. So it'll be cool if some people will actually pick it up. So yeah, I'm working on that. Plus I want to buy one before I tell you guys to buy one, because I want to obviously quality control check it so that people don't buy it and then they're like, hey, this is horrible quality. So I want to be the first guinea pig, so to speak. Daniel Ashraf says, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Shaheen SR1 says, also, you're awesome. Thank you guys. You guys are the awesome ones. I'm just talking. Lego Reviews and Customs with an O. I would love to see Lego Marvel Superheroes, the video game. Yep, I will do that, as I said before. The webcam works very good. It just keeps focusing in and out sometimes. Really? I apologize for that. Maybe it's just because I'm moving so much, because I'm such an animated person. A lot of people always tell me that. So I'll try to stay maybe a little bit more still for you guys so that it's not all over the place. And then I do this with my hands. Very smart. All right. Daniel Ashraf says, OMG, he said my name. Okay, that's cool. I guess I don't know why people are always so excited about that kind of stuff. Shyster 147 maybe. What are your thoughts on Disney Infinity? Unlike most people, I'm actually excited about Disney Infinity. They actually offered me to fly me out. I just had if you guys remember, I had a family thing. I just don't want to even talk about it. But whatever. I was going to fly out to Disney Infinity's headquarters and talk to those guys, to Avalanche Studios, and like do interviews and things like that. But because of the family thing, I had to cancel and I couldn't go, so I apologize for that. That would have been a really cool series of videos to kind of showcase you guys kind of behind the scenes stuff and things like that, but I didn't get the chance to go. But I'm actually excited by it, and I think that the most difficult thing with Disney Infinity was to really, like if you think about the fact that they found one art style that works for everything. Because you have to remember, like, they're taking animated stuff and they're taking movie things and they're taking different concepts and combining all of them together. So you really have to find one art style that works for all of that. And that's really difficult to do. So I find that it's really cool that they were not able to find a design that works for everything, and B, that they had the guts to actually say, hey, we're going to do one uniform design and we're going to redesign some of your favorite characters. Because I mean, when they released a lot of designs, some people were like, oh, that's kind of ugly. But then when you look at them in the bigger scheme of things, that the fact that they all fit in together and stuff like that, that's really cool in my opinion. So I actually like that. Okay, Epic Man. Okay, that's what happens when you talk so much. Epic Man Lego 97 or Epic Man Lego or Lego Man? Was Lego Man taken? Epic Lego Man 97 taken? All right, when is your next Blitzcraft episode? The next Blitzcraft episode is going to make a lot of you laugh at the end. It's a typical Blitzwinger fashion. Big fail coming your way. So have fun with that. And it was supposed to go up today, but because of the storm, I don't want to risk starting to upload and then it getting interrupted, because if the electricity shuts down, that would really suck. So it's probably going to end up going tomorrow morning. So look forward to that. Plus, in my little schedule pad, which is right in front of me, there are going to be 4 videos going up today anyway. So there's a lot of Blitzwinger content today. Burgapore Renaissance, who submitted some very cool designs to my Twitter account for Blitz Village. I remember that. So how's it going? And he says hi. So hi. Daniel Ashraf says, you're the most amazing person. Thank you guys. You guys are the amazing ones. And without you, I wouldn't be doing this. Jimmy Stoner says, How are you, Blitzwinger? I'm doing great, Jimmy. How are you? Dave Wilkinson just says money. Okay. Shaheen SR1 says, are you excited for Watchdogs? I am. That game, though, is very weird because it's one of those games where I've been seeing so much of it and they've shown so much of it that I've almost literally started losing interest, where it's kind of like, well, I think maybe they've released too much information. You know, it sounds kind of ridiculous to say something like that, but at the same time, it is definitely a case of that, where they've just released so much content about it and so much gameplay, and there's still more to come, but the problem is that it almost feels like they've talked so much about it that it's starting to kind of lose a lot of its specialness, I guess, or kind of the unique aspects of it. So I really want to hear, opposite of that, I really want to stop hearing anything about it and kind of disconnect myself from it, because otherwise I feel like I'm just going to be really bored. By the time that it comes out, I'll know everything about it already. Dave Wilkinson says, nice beard. Thank you. This is actually only, what is this, 10 days long, so I'm still working on. At one point, I want to grow like a beard, because my cheeks, they never grow hair, so it's weird. It takes time. Slayfair1 says, have you heard about the Lego Batman the movie? Yeah, I have, but basically what that is, if you played Lego Batman 2, a lot of the cutscenes from that are basically the movie. Like, the concept is the exact same thing, so because of that, I was kind of like not as interested about watching it. And the unfortunate thing is that the movie was in plans before the game came out. The problem was they had to delay it, so it came out after the game, so that makes it look kind of cheaper. I just think they should have used two different ideas. I think that the ideas were too similar and they should have kind of separated them a little bit farther apart. At least that's what I've heard. I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen that it has come out. Gold Surfer McCool says, what kind of a mic do you use? I use the Blue Yeti Pro. It's going to run you about $100 typically, but I was able to get it on a Black Friday type sale in Canada, which is called Boxing Day sale, and I ended up only paying $70 for it with free shipping. So just, I guess, either wait for a sale, or if you can spend $100, spend $100. Daniel Ashraf says, I'm a kid and $50 is a lot for me. I know, trust me. I've never been super duper rich or anything like that, so I know that $50 takes a long time to save up, especially as a kid. But if your parents give you an allowance or something like that, then obviously you could save up and then you could do some work. Like, for example, when I wanted video games when I was a kid, I would go mow the lawns of our neighbors and things like that. I would literally just walk door to door and be like, hey, do you guys want your lawn to be mown? And if you live in a country like Canada where it snows, you could also knock door to door and ask for, snow plowing and clearing the roads and things like that. And you'd be surprised how much money sometimes people will give you. Like, sometimes there were times when people just give me like $100 bill. And I'd be like, whoa, that's a neighbor that I want to return to. Okay. Benjamin, I was going to say Benjamin, but it's Benjamin or B. Jamin maybe. Gottfredson says, you are so cool, I assume. So thank you. You're the cool ones. Lego Reviews and Customs also says, do you like Transformers? I do. I definitely don't like Transformers quite as much as I did. Like, I don't buy a lot of Transformers anymore. If I do buy any, it's usually kind of older designs, just because I feel like after the Transformers movie, a lot of the designs got just like way too complicated. Like, there's just so much stuff going on. Like, they'll have like spikes coming out of their spikes, out of their mustache, out of their eyeball. Like, it's just so bizarre looking that there's just too much stuff happening. And I like kind of the more, squarish, simple designs of Transformers. So if they go back to that, which I heard that they might be doing recently or soon, I might be a little bit more interested. Lego Storm says, can you do DCU online? I've considered doing DC Universe Online. It's just that I'm doing Marvel Heroes right now, and I don't want to be playing two MMOs at once just because that's very time consuming. And on top of that, DC Universe Online, from what I understand, is kind of, again, maybe I'm wrong about this, but they're kind of heading downwards right now. They're a much more older, established game. And it's almost like a daunting task to play a game like that because there's so much stuff that if I start playing it, a lot of people are going to be like, well, you're a noob and blah, blah, blah. It's like when I started playing Minecraft, it was one of those things that I was worried about because when you make mistakes and things like that, people just attack you. They're like, "What? You're an idiot. You don't know this. How could you not know this?" Because they've been playing it for a year and a half or two. Meanwhile, you are just starting to play now, but everybody thinks that you've been playing it for years as well. So it's one of those things that is very weird, but I would consider it, but not right now. Comment says, what do you think of The Amazing Spider-Man 2? I'm very excited for that movie. I think Andrew Garfield is the best. Overall, I think the entire cast from The Amazing Spider-Man is just the best cast people ever. Like, Garfield is a perfect Peter Parker. He's got that perfect quirkiness about him, and then at the same time, he's like really great. He's a really, really great and bona fide like actor. He's just really a perfect Peter Parker, in my opinion. He's better than Tobey Maguire, in my mind. And I felt that The Amazing Spider-Man was a great film, so I'm excited to see what they do with it. My only concern is that with a lot of superhero movies nowadays is that they sometimes shove in too many villains, and I don't want them to do this here. Like, they've got Harry Osborn, they've got Electro, and they've got Rhino. I hope that they balance those. Like Mark Webb, I hope the director, he knows what he's doing, and considering how well The Amazing Spider-Man 1 was, I hope that he's going to do as good of a job and not kind of kill it because of the amount of villains that he's got in one movie. So again, we'll see, but I hope that he's going to do a good job with it. The only issue I have is that there's a lot of villains, and you could see a lot of the DC movies do that as well. So I'm just worried about the fact that there might be too much stuff going on at once. But hopefully they'll balance it, and that won't be the case. Okay. Super Goomba 554. I'm not trying to be an attention hog, but I'm doing walkthroughs as well. I was wondering if you could give me some tips. I would say the number one tip that I would say that a lot of people don't do, like, a lot. I get a lot, like, daily. I probably get over 50 or 60 messages and comments asking me, hey, give me tips, and things like that. I would say that it's really one of those things, like, you can't teach people how to do a Let's Play. It's just kind of like you either know how to do it or you just learn over time how to do it, because everybody's got their own style. Like, my style is way different than anybody else's because of my style of comedy and humor versus also the way how I tried to minimize the cursing and try to be family friendly, because when I looked at everybody else and I saw, you know, all the big people like, what's his name? Uber Haxer Nova or something like that. Like him, PewDiePie, sorry, goodness gracious, I always mess up that guy's name. All of those guys, they just curse like word after word after word. So I was like, okay, so I'm going to take the different route and be family friendly and kind of do that kind of thing. So it really depends on what you want to do. And on top of that, the biggest tip I would give you is just to, if you want to just start with the game you love, because then it's going to come through the video and you're going to be genuinely excited, because that's the one thing. A lot of people who record Let's Plays, it's like this. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Left 4 Dead. Today we're going to try to get away from a boomer. It's going to be very exciting. Oh, right. Oh, damn it. Oh, no. You know, so balance that, and don't also do the crazy shouting, like blowing everybody's ears. So just kind of try to find a nice balance in your own style. Obviously, like, if you are super duper screamy and everything, do that. But in my mind, I just prefer when people are a little bit more calm. And also remember to not make yourself just a star. Keep the game a star, the main kind of course, you know what I mean? You are there to enhance the experience of the game. Holy smokes, 180 comments. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. Here we go. Spade Prep says, what are you most excited for Arkham Origins? Just another Arkham game. The one thing that I'm worried about Arkham Origins is that whenever you do a prequel, there's an issue of kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff that they give you, like a lot of cool technology and things like that. So I always am worried about the fact that if they do it like this, like, why would Batman then in Arkham Asylum and in Arkham City, why would he get rid of all that cool stuff? Why would he go back to like using kind of, you know, lamer things and lamer technology? So that's the one thing that I'm like, kind of like, I don't know. It's a very tough thing to balance, because they need to make the game obviously exciting and advanced compared to Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. But if you keep in mind, the actual overarching plot. This is a prequel, meaning he should be inexperienced. He shouldn't have a better outfit or a more effective outfit. All his gadgets should be kind of like primitive versions of things that he then gets in Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. So it'll be really interesting to see if they go with that direction or not. So I'm just a little worried about that. And on top of that, I am honestly a little taken back by some of the designs, because like the Joker looks a little strange to me. I don't know. A lot of people don't have a problem with the Joker. A lot of people have problems with like Bane, and they also just revealed Copperhead yesterday. So a lot of people also are worried about the designs for Bane and Copperhead. To me, I really like those two, but I don't like the Joker's design. I don't know, he looks kind of weird, and I just hope they address the ideas of kind of, Batman making mistakes and things like that. Like, he's not quite as good and sharp at his job yet. So kind of like what they did with in the comic books as well. So that's what I'm excited for to see. Moises Velasquez says, are you going to buy a PS4? Yes, I will. I already have it on pre-order. And one thing that I would recommend to people, again, if you want to do it. That's what I do. I have it pre-ordered, and what I do is every month I take a certain chunk, like $50 or something, out of my bank account, and I put it down for the actual consoles. That way, when the console comes out, you'll have majority of it paid off, and you won't have to just come in and like drop a huge chunk of change. And if you do it in payments like that, you know what I mean? A lot of people say, oh, well, I don't want to have my money just sitting there. But it's a great way to kind of give them your money, and then you're just worry-free. That way, by the time the console comes out, let's say you only have $100 to pay off, and taxes, if you have taxes in your state or city or country. So I'd recommend to do that, in my opinion. Aldryan75, what do you think of the Xbox One? I think the Xbox One is probably going to end up being a very, very good console. I think they're going to really make a lot of fans and keep a lot of fans just from the kind of, casual Call of Duty type. Oh my God, there's 97 more comments. I'm sorry, guys. I'll try to get it to as many as I can. I'm going to try to be as thorough as I can. I want to answer people's questions, and at the same time, I'll try to answer as many as I possibly can. So I apologize if I don't get to all of them, but I'll do my best. But back on track with the Xbox One, I feel like it's with the Xbox One, it's going to get a lot of traction with the kind of, the one dad or a dad and a kid that play, let's say, Madden and Call of Duty, and that's all they play all year long, and they'll just buy a new iteration. So they'll just buy another Xbox because they don't really care or know about anything behind the scenes. But at the same time, I think it's definitely going to, over the next year or so, it'll be interesting if it can catch up to the PS4, because from what I understand right now, the PS4 is still outselling it on pre-orders. So it'll be really interesting to see this kind of new race, and I am excited by the fact that both companies understand the value of us as consumers, because they were really kind of, not taking advantage of us, that's the wrong word, but they kind of forgot about how important we really are. And now that we have kind of made our point and we've said, hey, if we don't like something, we'll let you know about it. And that's why, for example, the Xbox One reversed a lot of its policies, went away from the DRM, went away from a lot of its kind of anti-consumer policies. And of course, there's still a lot of people like, oh, now we're not getting an advanced version of the Xbox. That's not our fault. Like, the people who don't want to have, who don't want to be watched and don't want to connect every 24 hours, otherwise you have basically a dead weight box. It's not our fault that Microsoft didn't program other features to just function. And the other thing is, I think the worst problem with the Xbox One was literally just the issue of presentation. If they came out and they said, hey guys, the Xbox One, yeah, it's going to be online only, and it's going to have all these aspects. But, for example, video games, yeah, you can't trade them in. However, what we're going to do is we're going to allow you to trade in the game into us, into Microsoft, and you will get, let's say, 50% back all the time. So you'll get $30 credit that then you can buy whatever you want on the Microsoft Store. And on top of that, let's say within the Microsoft Store, they'll have a feature where it'll be like trading games or something like that, like different aspects, plus really good sales. Like if they could say, just like for example, right now the Steam sale is going on where you could buy like for $100, you could probably buy majority of the new releases that came out over the last year. And if they say the same thing, if they were to come out and say, hey, you know what, guys? Yeah, you can't trade in your games, but we're going to allow you to, we're going to have these big sales every other weekend or something like that, where you're going to be able to get a lot of games for really cheap and things like that. If they came out and they said that, I guarantee you a lot of people, including myself, would be much more conforming and much more kind of like, okay, I can accept those changes, because then you feel like you're getting something for something getting taken away from you, because they basically what they said, hey, we're going to take all this stuff away from you and we're going to give you nothing back, or they didn't explain what you're going to get back. So it's their fault. It's not the consumer's fault. And if people tell you ever that it's your fault that we're not getting, you just tell them that it's not your burden and not your responsibility to explain to the consumer. The consumer shouldn't go out and look for why he's being put through a certain uncomfortable thing. If he doesn't like it, he can just speak with his dollar and say no. So that's pretty much it. That was a big rant. I apologize. Daniel Ashraf says, everyone stop commenting, wait for him to catch up so he will answer your questions. I'll just try to catch up as we go, so don't worry. You guys can keep on commenting so we don't get to a point where there's no comments, so it's okay. But thanks a lot, Daniel. Stone Cold says, can you play Gmod? I already said I don't know what that is, so I apologize. Gold Surfer repeated a question. That's okay. Amelia Revilla says, Marvel Heroes came out on my birthday. Happy belated birthday. Dave Wilkins says, can you play Watchdogs? Yeah, if a lot of people are excited for it, I'll definitely consider doing a walkthrough for it. The Mario Kart Gamer 19 says same. I assume he refers to Dave's question. Chocolate Boy 3265 says, are you going to play GTA 5? I don't know. That's the thing. I feel like GTA 5 is going to be very weird because for some reason I have a feeling like it's going to not sell as well as everybody thinks or hopes it will. I literally think that they're going to have horrible sales for a GTA game because of the fact that it's missing something. Like there's that something that's missing. And on top of that, I feel like since GTA 4 came out, there's been a lot of violence that has happened in the world, you know, with shootings and things like that. And because of that, it feels weird playing a game quite as violent as GTA. And I think that parents are really going to be a little bit more aware because of that, you know, where you get to just run around on the street and shoot people at will and drive and run them over. And I know that that's an unpopular thing to say, especially on the internet where nobody has feelings and things like that. But I feel like that's really going to be something that impacts the success of GTA and also both financial and critical success. And I feel like a lot of people who were typically GTA fans are going to kind of turn away from it, because I think the main difference between something like, let's say, Saints Row and GTA is that in Saints Row, the violence and everything is so over the top that you can separate yourself and it doesn't feel quite as like violent and brutal. Meanwhile, in GTA, they go for the realistic feel, and that's what makes GTA awesome, is that you get to basically be in a digital world simulation, like where it's just incredibly ambitious and just an absolutely kind of like overwhelming world. But for me, the main problem with GTA is that it always got too repetitive. I'll always like get to a point where there's this one mission where I'll just be like, you know what, this is boring, and then I would turn away and go to something like Saints Row and something where it's actually more of a fun gameplay experience, in my opinion. Again, no offense to GTA fans. Awesome Guy 2271 says, do you like Lord of the Rings? Yes, I do. If you remember at the time when I was playing Lego Lord of the Rings, I hadn't watched the last two films. I've watched them now, and I could say that I understand the big feel. Am I a big fan of Lord of the Rings? No, I'm not. I'm not going to even try to say that I am compared to some of the people. Like, I have one friend, he is obsessed with Lord of the Rings, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm obsessed with Batman and things like that. So, I'm not a huge fan, but at the same time, I love the feel. I love movies that world build. I love movies that are kind of like, they have so much attention to detail and tiny little things, and Lord of the Rings does that so well. So definitely a series of movies that I respect and enjoyed watching quite a bit. Bergapor Rainison says, by the way, my name is pronounced Bergathor. Oh, okay. Whoa, that's awesome, dude. Your second half of the name is Thor. That's really cool. I guess that's what that little apostrophe means. Yasser AI, or maybe it's AL. What God do you believe in? Oh, we're getting religious now, aren't we? Again, I don't want to offend anybody religiously or anything like that. I definitely believe in a God, but I don't believe in any specific God. And I know that it sounds kind of like a pretentious answer, but I believe that there is definitely a God, but there doesn't need to be a book or a set of rules by which you have to believe in him. Because if there is a God, I'm sure that there's not like 5 different gods sitting up in the sky and or wherever they are. and kind of each one of them saying, well, this is my group of believers and this is my group of believers. So I think that there's just one God and everybody can have their own way of believing in that God. So it's really kind of up to you how you believe him. But I don't believe any one of the theories that exist. Like, I think that if you are religious, you don't have to go to like a church or a mosque or whatever it is that is kind of like a religious place. I believe that you can believe and trust in God or whatever, or in a higher being from wherever you are. You don't need to go to a special place to connect with the spirit. So that's just my opinion. So it's not, it's probably not going to be a very popular answer, but that's what it would be. So I apologize for that if I got very religious there. Jimmy Stoner says, you need to watch the movie World War Z. Yeah, I've heard actually good things about that movie. I was surprised because I was expecting it to honestly suck because of the fact that if you think about it, like it's a rated PG-13 zombie movie, which sounds kind of like, why would you do that? Especially after things like Walking Dead where it's like super duper violent. So I was surprised to hear that it was actually a decent movie. So it's one of those that I'll definitely wait and check it out on DVD. Or Blu-ray, sorry. Kenneth Sharp says, how old are you? I'm 20 years old. So, yeah. But if I shave the beard and everything, a lot of people tell me that I look like I'm 15 or 14. So that's why I grow the beard, literally. Because when I go to university, a lot of people, when I don't have the beard, they're like, oh, you're visiting? You're checking your age? I'm like, no, I'm not visiting. I'm studying here. Steve Alvarez says, are you fat? Question mark. I'm not fat, but I do have, again, I don't know what you define as fat, but I do have some excess weight that I would like to work off. And, I'm always honest about that. A lot of people are very conscious about that, but I think that, as long as you're aware of it and you do something towards bettering that, like I've started eating way better. I've stopped drinking soda for the past 9 months. So I've been really, like, again, I'll drink it, but I'll drink it like every now and then. Like when I go to a party or something like that, yeah, I'll have like a glass or a can of soda, but not nearly to the level that I used to drink soda. So way better about that. And also, as summer approaches, it's really hard to like work out in Canada unless if you go to a gym or something like that, which I don't like. I usually work out just at home. Like I've got weights and things like that. So it's something that I need to definitely get to at some point and worry about my health. So yeah, a little bit, have some excess weight. Moises Velasquez or Moses Velasquez, what comics do you like better, Marvel or DC? I would typically say DC because I love Batman so much, but honestly, I've been reading a lot of Marvel now, which I don't know if you guys can see. There's like a big pile of stuff right there behind my light. There's like a stack this high of Marvel Now books. I'm really, really a big fan of Marvel right now. They've got really great Incredible Hulk, Daredevil, Uncanny X-Men, Superior Foes of Spider-Man was actually really funny. What else am I reading? Thor. I think that's all. Oh, and Deadpool I'm reading in trade. I think that's all. Yeah. Soul 14 Breaker. Whoa, first time I saw your face. Also, I can't wait for Amazing Spider-Man promo. XD, my question, will you play Lego Marvel? Yes, I will. And hey, how's it going? LOL, Daniel says LOL, okay. Bergathor? I'm going to have to try to pronounce that one right. Nice Avengers poster, thanks. Yeah, I got a really cool Batman Arkham City poster just recently. It's really, really awesome, so I really like that one. And I got a couple of other ones for Minecraft. They had one actually at Walmart, of all places. I walked into Walmart, and I was checking their posters, and they have this really cool Minecraft creeper kind of like split in half and showing the inside. It's really cool, but I haven't put it up yet. Okay, Lego reviews and customs. Do you like Transformers, and have you seen the movies? I've talked about Transformers before, and I have seen the movies. I am actually one of the people that enjoyed the first film a lot. The second film was good, and I actually liked the third film a little bit better than the second. But at the same time, of course, they have flaws, and they're not perfect movies, but they're great. Kind of just throw the disc in and just kind of enjoy the ride. I'm a big believer in watching movies that really are so over, like I love when it's a zombie movie, when it's just something like really kind of over the top and it's like monsters and things like that, just because to me that's really kind of fun films and I enjoy them. So that's why I do enjoy the Transformers movies, which again is probably going to be a very unpopular opinion, but I like them. Spade Prep, are you a Marvel? I just said that. Fair Sid, you're awesome. You're awesome yourself. Stone Cold says, it's Gary's Gmod. It's an online game. I think now that you mentioned Gary's mod or something like that, I think I've seen it. Is it like a Steam thing? I don't know. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. But I'll check it out. If I like it, I'll definitely do a video about it, guys, for sure. By the way, take advantage of a lot of really cool sales. They had Lego Lord of the Rings yesterday on sale on Steam for, I think, $10. They have a lot of cool stuff right now, so definitely pick up some stuff if you have the money to, of course, to afford any of it. Brian Nicholas, Gmod is called Gary Mod. It is really awesome. Okay, I'll check it out. Tom D says, Kamehameha. I don't know what that means, but I was hoping that he would type out Kamehameha. Or maybe that is Kamehameha. Is that how you spell Kamehameha? It doesn't look right. Kamehameha. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe I just messed it up. Soul14 Breaker. Awesome on the giveaway idea. You're the best. Also, how did you come up with your name? Check out my first episode of Cars. I talked about that already. Damien Galibert says, play Batman Harley's Revenge. We will, as soon as I finish Batman Arkham City, the main storyline, as well as some of the side quests like Bane's mission, Zaz's mission. Some of those will play Harley's Revenge because I have never played it, so I'm excited to actually play it. Okay, Steve Alvarez asked me like 5 times, are you fat? I don't know why he's so interested about my weight, but I guess that's a good question. Gold Surfer McCool says, if you had any superpower, what would it be? Oh, those questions are so hard. I know one of the obvious ones is like flight. I don't know. Flight would be pretty cool. Holy. Did you just hear that? There's a lightning outside. That was pretty loud. I would probably say, I don't know. Being invisible would be pretty cool too, but that's like a lot of people say that's a pervert superpower, so I don't know if I would choose that one. I don't know, maybe flight, I guess. Flight would be cool. Being able to read people's mind would be kind of cool, but then you'd probably know people's like real opinions of you, and most of the time they're probably not too nice, so maybe that wouldn't be such a cool idea. I don't know, maybe reversing time, that would be pretty cool. Like if you could turn things back and forwards, kind of like the movie Click, but without, I don't know. I guess that would be a really dangerous superpower. I don't know. Flight would probably be it, because that's like a safe one and it's a really fun one. Will you buy the Smurfs 2 the game? I actually heard that the first Smurfs game was actually pretty funny, so maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. It depends on the price, really. If it's $50 or $60, probably not. If it's a little bit under that, definitely would consider that. Spade Prep again. Do you prefer DC or Marvel? I already answered that. Mariana Balugas, or maybe Balugas, says, are you playing or probably going to play Batman Arkham Origins? Yes, I will. Daniel Ashraf, who's your favorite actor? My favorite actor. That's really hard to say. I don't know if I have one favorite actor. Like I think like most people, I loved Arnold Schwarzenegger when I was younger, just because he's an over the top action star and it was very cool. But now that I've grown up, like I realize his acting is really bad a lot of the time. But at the same time, it's so over the top that it's awesome. So he would probably still be up there just for fun. I really like Bruce Willis and think he's great. Harrison Ford is definitely a very cool actor. As far as like newer actors, Christian Bale would probably be up there. I actually like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I think he's a really, really good actor. So I'm actually excited by the fact that he might play Doctor Strange in a Marmalade movie. No, Marvel movie. That would be pretty cool. So this, Ivan Rodriguez. So this is what you look like. Yes, it is. I don't know why people are so surprised. I have a ton of videos where I show my face. Anish Sharma says, I like purple and red. Cool. So you're just like me. So that's awesome. The Mario Kart Gamer 19, who is your favorite WWE wrestler? Right now, CM Punk, and probably Bray Wyatt. I really actually like him. I've watched a lot of his stuff from NXT, so he's a really cool performer. And over all time, Shawn Michaels. Tom D, Slenderman's behind you. Jesus Christ, that would terrify the bejesus out of me. I'd probably just run off and scream. Dark Claw 642, I believe that's Claw, right? Dark Claw 642 says, did you watch Beware the Batman? In fact, I did, and I did a review of it on Fanboy Potion. So go to youtube.com/Fanboy Potion, and you could see a lot of cool stuff that I'm doing about like reviewing episodes and things like that. So check it out there. Daniel Ashraf, who's your favorite actor? I already said that. Super Video Game Power or Gamer Power? No. Game Power. Can you play Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2 if you have it? I don't have the game, so right now probably not, but I am going to play Budokai 3 at some point. Jesus Christ, it's getting loud out there. That was terrifying. Stone Cold says, you made my life. You said my name. That's silly. Come on. I just said your name. There's nothing too special about that, in my opinion. But then again, I appreciate the fact that you're saying such kind things. Aiden Cannoli says, Blitz, are you going to buy the Lego Movie, the video game, next year? And how about the Xbox One and PS4? I'm going to buy the PS4 for sure. Xbox One, I'm going to wait because it's $500. I can't buy two such expensive consoles. So I'm going to wait on one of them probably till the end of the next year. So probably Xbox One at the end of next year. And of course, I'll buy the Lego game. I mean, a lot of people call me the Lego Let's Play game man. It sounded like I said gay man, but I meant game man. Did you see the new Batman cartoon, Beware the Batman? I have. Check out the review. Shyster147 says, what are your thoughts on Rob Van Dam's return? I thought that he's a great talent to kind of like Chris Jericho to just help younger guys get over. And he'll be really, really handy for those guys because a lot of guys don't have someone like especially with Jericho going away right now. It's really good that there's going to be someone there like Rob Van Dam to help out, let's say, Ryback, to help out Wade Barrett, and a lot of the younger talents on the WWE roster. Kenneth Sharp says, Pangol, those damn Pangos. If you guys didn't watch my Don't Starve walkthrough, Pangos. I can't wait to record the next episode. Let's hope we survive and don't starve. Dark Law again asks about Beware the Batman. Already talked about that. Shaheen SR1 says, what is the schedule for Plants vs. Zombies? Plants vs. Zombies. Okay, so there was an episode yesterday. There's an episode on Saturday. And then we'll see. From there, basically, that's all that I know. So Plants vs. Zombies is a bi-daily series right now. Mariana Belugas, again, asked about Arkham Origins. Said, I will play it. Awesome Guy 2271 says, what's your favorite movie? My favorite movie in terms of like to watch over and over again, I know it's going to be a very, very not popular decision, but the movie that I've watched way too many times is Predator, like Get Into the Chopper. That would probably be my favorite movie just because I've watched it so many times. And to me, a favorite movie is a movie that you can just watch over and over again. So that would probably be up there. And then I really love a lot, kind of like a lot of the modern movies. Like I've watched Inception a lot of times because that movie is just so cool and it makes you think a lot and things like that. So I really like that movie a lot. And then there's a lot of like kind of silly movies that I like as well. So I would probably say Predator though. Jimmy Stoner says, I'm fine too. Very good. Are you going to play... Sorry, Damian Gelibert. Are you going to play Batman Harley's Revenge after Batman Arkham City? Yes, I will. Stone Cold, OMG, he said my name. I made it. Okay. Tausalofu? I love your hat. Thanks. This hat is like 2.5 years old. My mom and a lot of my friends have been buying me new hats. They're like, you got to wear a new hat. I'm like, nope, I got to wear just this hat. I love this hat and I'm going to run it to the ground until it's completely ruined. Daniel Ashraf, you're the best. Thank you. You guys are the best. Lightning 1998 JD, which Lego Marvel character are you most looking forward to playing as, but I guess you mean to play as. I would probably say Carnage if they put him in, which I would assume yes. Venom would be really cool. Galactus would be awesome. But just one. I don't know. Probably, I'm a big fan of Venom. I don't know. I really like Thor right now as well, so it's weird. There's a lot of heroes that I really like right now. If I had to narrow it down to one, probably Venom. I don't know. Especially if they have cool effects, like kind of, with the black symbiote suit coming out and things like that. That would be really cool. Let's see. Chloe Beth, hey, how old are you? 20. I already said that before, but that's okay. Maybe some people missed out stuff, so that's why I repeat. For what systems are you going to get Batman Arkham Origins? So for what system, not systems? I'm going to get it for the PS3 just because I play that most often, and if there's any kind of downloadable stuff, I try to get the PS3 version because obviously I don't want to pay for Xbox Live, so that's why. Dark Classics for 2. Did you see Beware the Batman? Yes, I have. And I honestly was surprised. Spoiler alert, you could check out my extensive review on Fanboy Potion, but if I had to just give a short opinion of it, because so many people have asked me about it, I would say that it's surprisingly good. The animation style is horrific. Batman looks absolutely horrible, just absolutely dumb. His face just looks like squashed. It's weird. His lips are way too stretched, but hopefully the story so far has been really good, so hopefully that will be it. Okay. Daniel Schaff. My dad does sometimes the same with me. I mow the lawn. Well, good. There you go. That's a great way to save up some extra cash for games. Just put that aside and get a piggy bank. And, I remember ever since I was a kid, I just would save, I had, rules where I would, write something down and where I would say, I have to save for 7 days or something like that. And then I wouldn't touch it until it was 7 days. So just try slow, but as you build up, you'll get more and more cash saved up. Chloe Beth, have you bought any of the Lego minifigures? Yes, I have. I've got a ton of minifigures, 2 boxes full of minifigures. Not big boxes, I don't know, maybe 50 minifigures or so. I have maybe less than that, 40. Something around that. I primarily bought the TMNT and the Lego superhero / Marvel stuff. So, okay, it's starting to rain now. Great. Have you bought? Just answered that. Super Goomba 554 says, "What's your favorite console of all time?" The PS2. Currently, the PS3. It was going to be the Xbox 360. It was the Xbox 360 for a while. It just recently became the PS3. Okay. Amanda Ballard says, "Have you thought about playing SWTOR?" I think that's that Star Wars, right? Star Wars: The Knights of Old Republic, maybe. No, not Knights of Old Republic. That's KTOR. Is it Star Wars Online or something? I'm not sure. But it's a Star Wars game, I'm pretty sure. But nope, not thought about it yet. But maybe if there's enough interest. Did the Deadpool movie come to your area? Deadpool movie? I don't know about any Deadpool movies. I don't think they're working on a Deadpool, working. They're rewriting the script over and over again. They're unable to get the money to make a rated R movie. Apparently, from what I've heard, is that over the next 2 or a year and a half, if Fox doesn't make a Deadpool movie, then the rights go back to Marvel. And Marvel would definitely take advantage of that because I think that the Deadpool game sold very well. And if you think about it, I mean, there's not a lot of video games that come out for one hero, like Spider-Man, Batman, on the NES, there was Aquaman and things like that, but that was a silly game. It's not very often that you get a superhero, one hero getting his own game, and Deadpool did get one, so that means that there's enough money to be made off of Deadpool. So I think Marvel would definitely make a Deadpool movie. Smiley Devil, will you do a WWE 2K14 gameplay walkthrough? Yes, I will. I'm very excited to see what they do with that. They just showed a lot of really cool images, a lot of cool finishers and things like that, so I'm excited to see what they end up doing with the game. I just hope that as good of a simulation game as it's become, I hope that they kind of add a little bit more gaming aspects to it. Tosla, oh my goodness, I feel so bad that I messed this up. Tausalafo? I'm sorry. Only if you want to answer Blitzwinger, DC, or Marvel. As I said before, right now, Marvel. Overall, though, usually I would say DC because I really love Batman a lot. All right, 348 comments. So let's scroll on down and continue to read because that's how we roll. I'm trying to find something. Okay. Okay, there it is. Soul 14 Breaker. Amazing Spider-Man. Can't wait for the second one. But I hope that one day X-Men and Spider-Man could go back to Marvel. But Sony said they will never give them back to Marvel. What are your thoughts? My thoughts are that they're making a ton of money. Why would you want to give them back to Marvel? I mean, from a fan perspective, yeah, we want them to go back so that we can see Avengers and Marvel. We could see Spider-Man in an Avengers movie and things like that. But from Fox's perspective, you got to think about it. Or sorry, Sony's perspective. Why did I say Fox before? I don't know why I thought it was Fox. But from Sony's perspective, it's like, why would we want to give up two of the biggest licenses possible for Marvel? I mean, Spider-Man at one point was the biggest license. Iron Man has become kind of a bigger star than him right now, at least with the general audience. So why would you want to give up such a big commodity? So I understand their perspective, but at the same time, it would be nice to see those characters appear in the Avengers and things like that. Plus, again, don't forget, if Sony doesn't make movies about those characters, they lose licenses. That's why if they don't make a Deadpool movie, Marvel regains that license back. So slowly, if Sony doesn't kind of start building up things, then Marvel can regain that license. So we could see that happen at some point. And then again, Disney could also buy the contract back or something like that, probably for a lot of money, but still, they could do it if they wanted. Spiral of Flies, or is it Flies or Files? Flies. Do you like WWE? Yes, I do. I think that it's a very, very underrated form of entertainment. A lot of people say, "Ooh, it's fake." Every movie you watch is fake. Every TV show you watch is fake. That being said, we all can sit down and geek out about like, "Ooh, did you see The Walking Dead?" WWE is the exact same thing. It's entertainment, but on top of that, you get really cool athletes doing some cool stuff and things like that. So to me, I always enjoy it. I think that it's a really underrated form of storytelling. And when things happen, they're like, when something as cool as like when CM Punk cuts the pipe bomb, or when CM Punk turned heel on The Rock, or when something like that happens, like really, really cool, it's pretty gosh darn good TV. It's kind of like, I'm not going to say it's as good as Walking Dead or Breaking Bad or anything like that, because a lot of people are going to say, no, it's not. But to me, in my opinion, the surprise factor in those characters is. Chocolate Boy 3265 says, you're the best YouTuber. Thank you for such kind words, I guess, especially considering how many YouTubers there are out there. Thank you guys for even joining me. Holy moly, I just realized we're 92 people watching. That's awesome. Usually I get like 30, so that's really good. Spiral Flies also asks, do you like TNA? I don't watch them regularly, but I've been hearing really good things about TNA. For those of you that don't know, TNA is not what you typically think of. It's total nonstop action wrestling. It's another wrestling company that rivals the WWE on a very small scale. They've got some really big stars too, though. They've got like Jeff Hardy, Ken Anderson, Bubba Ray Dudley, a lot of the big stars as well. I think it's a good promotion. They just need to stick to a plan instead of kind of trying to do what WWE does all the time. Slayfair1 says, what is SDCC? Just wondering. Oh, San Diego Comic-Con. That's, of course, the big Comic-Con going right now. It's the biggest Comic-Con of the year. Basically, just a bunch of stuff happens. There's a bunch of movies revealed. Apparently, there's a rumor, if you guys didn't know, tomorrow a new Batman movie might be announced to come out in 2015, as well as they're going to talk about potentially Justice League. So, very cool stuff as well. Just a ton of announcements come out. Christian Collins says, you're awesome. Thank you. You yourself are awesome, sir. Lightning 1998 JD says, Sony doesn't own X-Men, Fox does. Okay, so I guess Sony owns Spider-Man, Fox owns X-Men, right? That's what it was. That's why I confused those two. James Shy says, yeah, it's a bad time in the Arkham timeline. Yeah, that's referring back to when I talked about Arkham Origins, with kind of the problem of doing a prequel later in time is that you can't make it too advanced over the games that supposedly happen in the future. Dean Smith says hi, Sarah Brown says hi, and James Roach says hi. So howdy to all three of you. Mariana Belugas says, again, are you going to play the new Scribblenuts game? That's the one with the DC, right? Tie-in. That would definitely be one that I would consider, just because I love DC and comic books and things like that, so I would definitely consider playing that game. Dark Claw 642 says, do you like Power Rangers? In fact, I do. I don't necessarily like it quite as much as I used to, obviously, as a kid. But that being said, I think that, again, also, one of those things that is just cool for kids, because a lot of times Power Rangers is just purely like about good lessons for kids. So that's why I think it's a really good show for kids, especially because it does, unlike a lot of shows that nowadays don't really especially if you have never checked out, sorry that I'm jumping all over the place, but if you've never checked out Super Sentai, which is Power Ranger in Japan, there it's a lot of times more mature, and they do address things like death and things like that, because I feel like if you shield your kids all the time from everything that the world has to offer, when they actually come out into the real world, they're going to get screwed, because they're going to be like, whoa, what's all this? Like death and problems and headaches and financial and whatever it may be. So I like when kids shows kind of prepare kids for the real world as well, in a way that is appropriate for kids, though. So I think Power Rangers is a good example oftentimes. Smiley Devil says, what recording program do you use? Let me just tell you exactly the name. Total Media Extreme 2. It comes with the HD PVR recording thingamajig. James Roach says, please say hi to me, Blitzwinger. Hi, James. Hope you're having a fan-flippertastic day. Sarah Brown, beside Lightning McQueen and Mater, who is your favorite car in Cars 2? Finn McMissile is cool. Max Chanel, or whatever his name is cool, of course, because his name is Max, my name is Max. That's why I would say. Those are the cars that I really like. And I also like a Snot Rod and Wing-A-Wing, because they're just so ridiculously like obscure looking that they're awesome. Zomar XDZ or XDZ, depending on how you want to say it. Do you play League of Legends? I actually played League of Legends for far too long. I played, again, not compared to people who actually play it a lot, but for me, I played it for a while, especially considering I never even made a video about it. I played it for quite a bit. As far as my favorite heroes, Gangplank, I really enjoyed. And I always forget the guy's name. The one that's like a rat dude with poison. I forget his name. I don't remember. But that guy. Steve Alvarez, why are little kids on YouTube these days? Well, because there's content for everybody here, and I think that that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem really is that happens is that a lot of kids watch stuff that is not appropriate for their age. That was a really loud thunder. I don't know if you guys heard that. But when they watch that kind of stuff, they put comments that are very, very kind of silly. So that's when there's a problem. Moises Velasquez says, OMG, OMG, he said my name. So I guess that's cool. I don't know. It always makes me feel weird when people freak out about stuff like that. Super Video Game Power says, I got only 9 games. Blitzwinger, how much do you have? I don't know. Maybe... it sounds arrogant, but probably 70, 80, maybe close to 100. But again, there was a point in time in my life when I wouldn't work and things like that, where I would literally have 4 or 5 games at a time, because I would play them, trade them in, buy a new game. That's what it would be, and save up for a new game. So I completely understand where you come from. And a lot of the reason why I have so many, it's because I've like literally stopped trading in lately, so it just kind of starts to accumulate, so that's why. Tausalofu, again, I'm mispronouncing that, I apologize. I am as happy as your dog or friend as random person, so I can be happy by being happy, so I can smile. Lol, that was random. Indeed it was, but at least you acknowledge that. Dean Smith, what's your favorite chocolate? Probably a Snickers bar, like, with the caramel and stuff like that. I don't know, I like that chocolate bar, it's cool. But I'm not a big fan of chocolate overall. Gabriel CFDZ asks, are you into Portal 2? Yes, I completely forgot about that. I need to play Portal 2. I loved Portal 1. It was so good. It was honestly shocking how good that game was. Now I understand why it's got such a loyal fan base. I need to get on that. I probably need to put that on my schedule. Sorry, guys. I just got a very important phone call. Okay. Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, that would be something that I need to get on. So I'll get to that very, very soon. Avani Burrell, or Burrell maybe, says, what is E3? E3 is the Electronic Entertainment Expo, which basically happens once a year around June 18th, I think, something like that, where basically all the big video game companies and all the big CEOs from companies like Best Buy and things like that, and of course also game media, come together and announce all their big, bright new ideas and things like that, like their new games, new game consoles and things like that. So overall, just cool stuff. Cool place for cool stuff, for cool announcements. Yay. Smiley Devil, what recording? I already said that. I forgot what it's called again. Total Media Extreme 2. Avani Burrell, please play Wolverine Origins. Yeah, that's a good game. I should play that. That is a fun game. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to try to play like superhero games one at a time. So, for example, once I'm done Arkham City, if there's going to be time between Arkham City and Arkham Origins, I'll play something like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 or 2, Wolverine Origins, or The Incredible Hulk. That was a really fun game, so I would consider any one of those. Linigan Thasm, I think. You are awesome. Thank you so much. You are awesome yourself. Jesus Christ, that is scary. It's really pouring out there. Would you like... By the way, let me check on the time. We're going to do this for about another 15 minutes, all right, guys? So about an hour, because then I have to go do stuff and things like that. So I apologize. Especially, I know it's a Friday, but again, it's a test stream. Don't worry, there's another one going to be on next Friday. Plus now the webcam is working, so that's really good. Can you play Lego Indiana Jones 2? I would love to play 2, but first I need to play 1. And spoiler alert, I have purchased it on Steam, so that's all I'm going to say for now. Jackson Vendaver, I don't exactly want the Xbox One. Jesus. If you guys hear that, I'm sorry. Whoa, that is scary. It's really coming down out there. Are you going to play the new Lego game? I assume you mean Marvel Heroes, the new one that is coming out soon. If you mean that one, yes. Goodness gracious, I got something in my eye. DeAndre McCulkin? Sorry. Do you have a favorite walkthrough Let's Play that you have done so far? I think probably Lego City Undercover, just because it was so interactive on so many levels. Like, a lot of people really, really enjoyed that. So again, when you get a lot of people to interact with you, it's really, really kind of a... Because anything you do creative, especially when you're trying to share it with people, when other people respond, it's a really, really nice feeling. And just interacting with people is the coolest part. So I would say that. Sarah Brown says, what do you think of Gears of War? I think it's a great game series that is very, very repetitive, but at the same time, it's fun. So I would say that it's just a fun series with a kind of clunky, not too great of a story, but fun game overall to play. Smiley Devil, you are the best YouTuber in the universe. Thank you so much for such kind words. Carl Ellis, can you say Carl is awesome, please? Carl is awesome, please. I assume you didn't want me to say the please, but Carl is awesome. Cold Butter Gaming, awesome name. Blitzwinger, I'm a new subscriber. I really like your videos. Thank you so much. Hope you stick around and enjoy all the stuff that is going up very soon and already has gone up. What do you think about the possibility... Sorry, Lightning 1998 JD. What do you think about the possibility that Thanos might be in the Avengers film? I think he will be in the Avengers film. I think they've already announced that in Avengers 2, he is going to be in it. On top of that, there's a rumor that he's going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy, so that you kind of have backstory for him. And then in Avengers 2, he kind of faces off against everybody. I just love the fact that Marvel is so... They've got all their stuff so well together. Like, they know what they're doing, and... I find it incredible that they're releasing movies almost like comic book issues, where they're like, you have to watch Avengers to understand Avengers 2, but at the same time, you kind of don't. So it's really weird. They're doing a really great job. So I'm really, really pumped up by what Marvel is doing. Jesus, it's so scary out there. Even from here, I can hear how scary it is. Jeez, I can't wait to open up the window and see what the heck is going on over there. You could see how darker it got in the room. Just, you understand how less bright out there it is right now. Whoa, you heard that one? All right, what Lego video game do you like more? Lego Batman 2 or Lego Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars? Lego Batman 2, just because I'm a Batman fan, so that's why. Carl Ellis, can I have a shout out? Shout out to Carl Ellis, sorry. Avani Burrell, if you don't know what Gmod is, check out Venturian Tale and Fallon Hyde's channel. Okay, I'll need to keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll check out what Gmod is, just because so many people have already mentioned it that I definitely want to check that out. Are you going to play Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare or Marden? I don't think you wanted to type in Marden. I assume you wanted to type in Garden Warfare. Yes, I'm very excited about that. Sawyer Neal, are you going to play Disney Infinity? Yes, I will. In fact, I might. Not sure yet, but we'll see. Might get some review copies, so you'll see a lot of content go up. And as a result of that, I'll do some giveaways as well. Dean Smith, what's your favorite superhero? Batman. Again, he's not a superhero per se because he doesn't have a superpower, but Batman, as far as someone with an actual superpower, I was going to say Iron Man, but he doesn't have a superpower either. probably Thor. I really like Thor right now. Anime Watcher 62. Hey Max, I know you're not a fighting fan, but can you do Ultra Street Fighter 4? I would not mind doing it, but I would come off as such a noob that I would probably not want to make that a series, just kind of like one video showing me play it, and that's all, because yeah, I'm not a big fighting game fan. Like, Injustice is the first fighting game that I've played for more than like once. Soul 14, sorry, Tekken 3, I played that game too. Soul 14 Breaker. Never liked GTA. It's really bad. I don't think it's bad. I think it's just a game that you need to have you have to be a certain type of gamer to enjoy. For me, I don't like it. It gets a little boring. So again, but I think that I am in the minority, and so are you, Soul 14 Breaker. But there's nothing wrong with, that's the thing. I think that a lot of people, they just get so defensive about stuff they like. Like, if you like it, like it. Well, who cares if anybody likes it or they don't like it? So that's the thing. That's why if I tell someone that I don't like GTA and they start like, oh, you're an idiot, I'm like, just because I don't like it, there's no reason for why it means that what you like is less good. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't get humans sometimes. Zomar XDZ says, do you play League of Legends? I covered that already. I said I have, and I don't anymore. I'll play it every now and then, but not as nearly as much as I used to. Carl Ellis, have you played Skate 3? No. Sorry. Yes, it was at a buddy's house, and I actually really enjoy the way that they did the skate handling with the stick. That was very cool. Like, it felt really responsive and very cool. Sawyer Neal, are you going to play Disney Infinity? Yes, I will. Brian Nicholas, will you play Saints Row 4? If enough people ask me for it, I definitely would not mind playing it because it looks like a really fun game. Bob King, have you ever played a Sonic game? Yes, I have. Again, the main reason why I haven't put it up on a channel or anything like that, I've actually got some Sonic racing stuff recorded, but the main reason why I didn't put it up was because copyright strikes from Sega, so you want to be careful with that kind of stuff, so that's why. Kavan, it's either Kavan or maybe Savan Lee or Le. It's L-E, so I apologize if I mispronounce your name. Can you play Crackdown? I wouldn't mind going back to Crackdown. That was a really, really fun game. That's like Saints Row and GTA, but with it's basically Saints Row 4 because, you know, it's an open world game with superpowers and you're a super cop. It's very cool. I would definitely recommend for people to play that game. It's super duper fun. And apparently Crackdown 3 might be coming to the Xbox One, so that'll be a good game. Dean Smith, play DC Universe Online. Again, as I said, I would consider that, but not right now. Slayfair 1, have you played Skyrim? I've bought Skyrim. I haven't been able to play it because I'm intimidated, I'll be honest. It's one of those games that I feel like if I start playing, it never ends. So I always feel like that OCD in me, like, oh, I gotta finish it. I gotta do another mission. I gotta do another mission. It would drive me nuts. So I want to play it, but I haven't yet. Chocolate Boy 3265 says, thank you for saying my name. Can we be best friends? I don't know about best friends because, I mean, to be best friends, you got to know people and, like, you know, communicate with them. But we could all be friends. All my subscribers and the entire community, that's what I try to do, is have everybody be friendly and stuff like that. So, friends for sure. Wyatt Rusk, or maybe Rusk, says, sup, Blitz. I'm a big fan. Thank you so much for the support. I'm going to put the light a little forward because I think it's gotten really dark, didn't it? Rodri Poke XP, you remind me of Cesar of GTA San Andreas. Thank you. I don't know who that is, but I don't like, which is weird because I played San Andreas. I don't remember who that is. GCMP 11 and Dark R Lover says, hey Blitz, will you get Assassin's Creed 4? At first I was gonna say no because well, when I thought about Assassin's Creed 4, I wasn't too excited about it. But now, I've seen some really cool gameplay, and it looks like it's going to be a really, really fun game. So I think that I'm probably going to end up buying it when it comes out. Slayfair says, I actually believe in Norse gods like Odin and things like that. Again, everybody can believe in whatever they want, so I have no problem. Alright, that was very loud. Yeah, Yasser AI or Yasser AL says, can you do more of these? Yes, these will be either every Friday or at least every other Friday. So let's say if I don't do one next Friday, you will definitely see one the Friday after that. So these will be a regular series again. If you guys like them, which again, as I always say, the best way to show support is by hitting the like button. So if I check right now, I think we are at about 62 likes. So again, if you guys show likes, then I will obviously do more episodes because that means that you guys are enjoying them. So I'll definitely do stuff like this because I want to interact with you guys. Endrick or Endrick maybe J42 420 or 420. I guess that's referring to something illegal. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. Where were you born? I was born in Ukraine. That's where I was born. But when I was very young, I moved to Israel, so I don't really remember anything about Ukraine. Sorry, guys. When you talk for an hour without stop, you get a little dry throat. Shaheen SR1 says, talk about the 3DS or Wii U. 3DS, really, really great console right now. Really ginormous library of really good game, and more coming out. Almost what feels like every other month or month. Just a really great system to own right now. The Wii U, on the other hand, in big trouble, I would say, in terms of financially. You obviously can tell that they're not doing too well. But does that mean that Nintendo's in trouble? No, they're sitting on a ton of cash, so they're completely fine. Don't worry about Nintendo. But the Wii U almost feels like the GameCube all over again. Lack of third-party support, lack of even first-party support this time around. No even Nintendo games, so that's a big problem. Sarah Brown, have you heard of Ace Attorney? Yes, I have. I heard it's a really fun game. So I would I heard that's on the DS, right? It's on the DS, and then there's going to be a 3DS game coming out soon, I think. So cool. Sawyer Neal, are you going to play Disney Infinity? Yes, I said of course. Carl Ellis, are you awesome? I don't know. I think it'll be pretentious for me to answer that question, but yeah, I don't know how to answer that. Jesus, that was loud. Mariana Belugas, can you play Super Smash Bros. 4? That's the one on the Wii U, right? But that's coming out, they said, spring 2014, and it could be delayed further. So when it comes out, maybe. Abdul Aiz, do you smoking weed? Nope, I don't do any drugs, don't drink any alcohol, and don't smoke any cigarettes. So I guess I'm like CM Punk, straight edge. Bob King, have you ever played a Sonic game? Yes, I have. Berg Thor Rainison, the Walking Dead trailer is out. Oh, I have to check that out. As soon as I'm done, I'm gonna go check out how bad it is out there, and then see if I'm even gonna go to my buddy's house today. We'll see. I gotta call him to check things out if I even gonna make it there because of this crazy rain. We'll see. Where in Canada do you live? Lego Storm, from Lego Storm. Sorry. I live in Ontario, the place where it's storming like crazy, and apparently in some parts, northern parts of Ontario right now, they're on a tornado watch. So let's hope that doesn't happen, and let's hope that people stay safe, because that's not really what we need now. We've had so many natural disasters, it's crazy, all around the world. Jackson Van Dover says, what is your favorite Marvel movie? Iron Man, the first Iron Man, followed very, very closely, like this closely, by Avengers, then Amazing Spider-Man. Well, again, Marvel, I assume you mean there's Marvel heroes. Amazing Spider-Man I really loved. I would actually put, a lot of people will be surprised by this, but in my top 7, probably number 7 or so, I'd probably put Daredevil. A lot of people have not seen that movie, and a lot of people hate that movie. Try to watch the director's cut of that, which came on the DVD, and I think the Blu-ray as well. I don't have the Blu-ray, I have the DVD. That's, I don't know, I think that's a really underrated movie. So if you can, check it out. Comment, you're not reading Superior Spider-Man? No, I'm not. I don't like the idea of Doc Ock being in Peter. Spoiler alert, if you don't know, right now Spider-Man is actually not Peter Parker, it's actually Dr. Octopus. He did like a mind transplant type thing with Peter Parker. So I don't know, like at first that seemed like a really cool idea, but then it just felt like something that is kind of like a money grab. So I don't know, I read the first issue and I wasn't impressed, so I'm not reading it. I apologize. Yasir Al, AI or AL says, can you do Zombie U? If you guys want to see that, that's a game that I've bought and it's still in the wrapping and I want to play it, but it is a bit of more of a mature game. I'm thinking of doing a face cam with that. So if you guys want to see that, hit the like button and don't post in this video. Sam, just hit the like button and that will let me know that, let's say if we see a big spike right now in likes or whatever. And that will obviously let me know that you guys want to check it out. Mariana Belugas says, add, or maybe it's probably, and will you play Saints Row the 4th? Again, since some people have already asked about that, I would definitely consider doing so. Zomar XDZ. Whoa, okay, the likes just went up to 90. Okay, so I guess that's a good sign for people wanting me to play Zombie U. When will you make a multiplayer server for a Blitz Village, like you sort of said? The thing with that, I've been looking at servers and things like that. If you guys don't believe me, I know some people already don't, but you could... I'm not going to give you his phone number. That would be weird. You could contact Gamer on his channel, Gamer55561. You could ask him. Me and him spent like 3 hours trying to figure out how to do for free to have people join. I don't know how to do it, so I'm having problems with that. As far as buying a server, I've looked into that. I would have to save up some money so that every month I have to pay for it. So if I were to do it, it would have to be somewhere down the line. James Roach, I'm really sad because you won't respond. What? James, I've already said hi to you. I remember your name. I've responded. Douglas Erglius says, just got here. Howdy, how's it going? We're going to be going for another 10 minutes. All right, guys? Alrighty. Slayfair1, do you have Instagram? Nope. I only have Twitter and YouTube. So if people say, oh, here's a Facebook, that's not my Facebook account. Okay, guys? Just because some people have asked me. Dean Smith, do you have a girlfriend? Not right now, but obviously I've had girlfriends before. Sorry. I don't know why the words just blurred. That was weird. Maybe I'm getting tired. DeAndre McClurkin says, do you have a favorite walkthrough Let's Play that you've done so far? As I said before, Lego City Undercover. Awesome Gamer 1231. You use your hands a lot. Yeah, I'm one of those people, that the people that talk with their hands. Like a lot of times when I talk and I'm thinking about conversations, like I'll have my fingers like this and I'll do this like rotating thing with my fingers. It's weird. I think that's probably ADD or something like that. But yeah, I don't know why I do it, but some people have noticed it. Saeed Abdo says, what kind of games do you like? I'm pretty much sick. I'm not narrowed down to one genre. I'll pretty much give anything a try. Again, depending on how much it costs to give something a try. But as far as genre-wise, really nothing specific. So I would probably just give any type of game a try. Abdul Ayaz says, I like the movie called Iron Man 3. Yeah, that was a really great movie. I know a lot of people didn't like it, especially with the Mandarin. I think that's a great idea. I was honestly shocked by the fact that they kept that a secret. That was amazing because, like, imagine in our day and age, it's so hard to keep something like that a secret. That was really cool that they managed to do that. So I liked it. Rodri Poke EXP said, in 1 minute, Deadpool will bring you a taco. I hope so. That would be awesome. I could love a taco right now. Honeybutter80 says, do you want to get Batman Origins? Yes, I have it on pre-order already. I paid it off fully. So yeah, I always do with video games the same thing. Like I had Batman Origins pre-ordered when it just came up on pre-order, and then when I come into EB Games, I'll put like $5 down on every game that I have pre-ordered. That way, by the time that I am, like, let's say 5-6 times I've been there, I've already got half the game paid off and etc. So that's how I do things. Can you do... Braden B says, can you do Last of Us multiplayer? I was thinking about that, but I don't know. Last of Us was weird because not a lot of people asked me for a lot more coverage, except for a lot of people want to hear my opinion on the ending. So I might do a separate video about that on Fanboy Potion. So again, youtube.com/Fanboy Potion. Check that out if you're interested in that. Lego reviews and customs. If there is an Avengers 2, are you going to see it? Of course, there is going to be an Avengers 2. They're already writing the script for it and things like that. So there is going to be one, and I'm, of course, going to go see it. Austin Jones says, what are your thoughts on WWE action figures? I think that the new action figures I don't really like the Mattel ones. When they did Jakks action figures when I was younger, I collected a lot of those. I still have probably, I don't know, 80 to 100 of them in boxes. But yeah, I thought those were really cool. I don't really like the weird body types of the new ones. Like they've got like these weird legs and stuff like that. I don't know. But that's just my opinion. Maybe it's just because I collected those ones that the new ones don't look so good. Moises Velasquez says, can you play Slender? It's free. There's 2 games that I've been asked to play so often that it's crazy. It's almost like a thing of where I want to keep maybe those to play on April Fools. And that is Slender, sorry. And the second one is Surgeon Simulator or something like Surgeon Simulator, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it's Surgeon Simulator 2013, something like that, where you apparently give surgeries, I guess. So maybe I'll do those at some point later on. Apparently, both of those games I need to do with a face cam. That's what I've been getting in messages. So, yeah. Lightning 1998 JD. Hey, Lightning, that's my deal. Well, your deal is going on outside there. That's crazy, Lightning. Abdullah says, I live in Canada. Do you? Yes, I do. Slayfair 1, have you thought over that you use your hands very much? Yes, I've thought that over. I don't know. I know that my grandpa does it a lot, and some other people in my family do it a lot, so I think I've picked it up from them, probably. It's weird. It's a weird habit that I have. Honeybutter80 says, you should play Skylander Spyro's Adventure. Its story mode is really good. It has better content and more things to do on non-story mode. I was considering to do Spyro's Adventure at some point while waiting for Swap Force, but we'll see. Right now, there's just so much stuff to play anyway, and when Lego comes out and then Infinity comes out in a month, basically, yeah, on the 18th of August, so there's going to be a ton of stuff to do, so maybe I'll do that some point later on when there's kind of a time and space where there's nothing coming out, you know what I mean? Ernesto Alvarez says, what do you think about Copperhead in Batman Arkham Origins? I think it's a cool character. I think that a lot of people, including myself, I thought it was a male character. They even addressed that in the trailer. But apparently they have the female version, and apparently there was a female version in the comics. At least that's what I've heard. So sounds cool. I like when there's new characters. I like the idea of kind of not always just using the same characters, because it's nice to get kind of a fresh take or a new character. As long as she's an interesting character, I'm a-okay with her being in the game. Awesome Gamer 1231 says, nice beard. Thank you so much for that. I'm working on a better beard, slowly but surely. Stephen White, Deadpool or Skyrim Limited, I guess, for $30. Skyrim. Deadpool is a good game, but Skyrim is obviously game of the year, so you got to keep that in mind. Sorry, Deadpool is a decent game. It's a good game for what it is. Let's put it that way. Sawyer Neal says, are you going to play Disney Infinity? Yes, I will. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just loading up some more. Brian Nicholas, let's talk about SDCC 2013. That's what this was about, but I mean, again, a lot of people are asking questions about SDCC stuff and also about other things, so we're just talking about stuff, I guess. Riverleaf316 says, can you try out the Vadix Faithful Resource Pack? I don't know what that is. Maybe you mean texture pack for Minecraft? I'm not sure what that is. Call of Duty or Gears of War? I would. That's a weird one. I played more Call of Duty overall, but I would probably say a lot of. It really depends. If you're like third-person shooters, Gears of War, obviously. First-person shooters, Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a little bit more kind of responsive and immersive, and Gears of War is a little bit more kind of fun as a community type thing, because there's funny stuff that happens more, and you get to see a lot more. Sorry, that was the last one. Steve Alvarez, my phone is running away from me. Chase it. Chloe Beth says, or Cole Beth, sorry, not Chloe Beth. My bad. I apologize for that. Have you watched the 1960s Batman? I've watched some of it, but I obviously my mom wasn't even born yet. My grandparents were barely born then, so yeah. Something just passed your window. Dun, dun, dun. It was probably lightning or something. That is terrifying. Stop telling me stuff like that. Like someone said there's a Slender Man behind you. That scared the bejesus out of me. Comic Hero, have you read Marvel Now? Yeah, I'm reading a lot of Marvel Now stuff right now. To the surprise of myself, basically what I did is I sampled some things, and then as time has gone on, like for example, Daredevil, I didn't start from the beginning, so I'm reading that in trades. And I caught up right now. I have the current issue, but Yeah, really good. A lot of Marvel comics are really good right now. You could definitely try quite a bit of them. I would recommend personally Thor, Hulk, Daredevil, Uncanny X-Men. The regular X-Men book is really good too. I mean, pretty much everything is good. The only big ones that are not very good, unfortunately, are Deadpool and Iron Man. I really want those ones to be good, but in my opinion, they aren't. Maybe they got better now, but I haven't read them in a little while. Gareth Ramper says, do you watch TF Prime? I assume you mean Transformers Prime. I've seen the first few episodes. I haven't seen anything past that point, but I thought it was a good show. Dean Smith says, what's your favorite car or motorcycle? My favorite car would be, like, my dream car to own at some point would be the Audi R8, which is the car that Tony Stark drives. I know it's a crazy expensive car, but I hope at some point in my life I'll be able to afford something like that. And motorcycle, I don't like motorcycles, so hey. Sorry. Jonas Dryek says, how are you doing? I'm doing great. How are you, Jonas? Riverleaf316, Morgan Freeman is in Lego. Okay. I didn't know. Oh, yeah. Wait, are you talking about the Lego movie? I think he is voicing a voice in that movie. A character in that movie. Sorry. Steve Alvarez. All right. My phone just jumped on top of my roof. What should I do, Blitz? What should you do? You should chase it. But how are you still typing this? Are you... I don't know. But chase it. Get the phone. Well, as long as you stay alive. Don't do anything crazy. Can you please do Lego Harry Potter walkthrough? Probably after we do Indiana Jones or something like that. Definitely consider that. Jonathan Quintanilla, what is your fear? My fear is this one quote that I read before, and then I also heard it on, of all places, on a UFC video package, and it says, "Hell is when you die and you meet the person you could have been." That's my fear. My fear is not living up to what I possibly could have been. So yeah, just striving to be the best possible human being I can on all levels. Hey Blitzwinger, what is your favorite Lego character of all Lego games? Probably Batman, because Batman is my favorite hero, so a Batman figures, Lego figure is probably my favorite. What is the temperature in your area? In my area is 95 Fahrenheit with a heat index. I think they said 87 or something like that today, and then of course now it's storming like crazy, so I assume it dropped down quite a bit. How do you find so much time to play video games? Well, I don't have school right now, so that's why. Whenever school starts, university starts, that's when I get busier, so it's really kind of about, like, we all have so much spare time. Like, okay, even if you go to school for 8 hours or to work for 8 hours, and then let's say 8 hours you sleep, you still have 8 hours that are just for stuff. So let's say you spend 4 hours with your friends or do stuff at home, you have 4 hours of spare time. It's about time management, really. So I would say, if you want to do a YouTube channel, everybody can do it. It's just about actually having a list. And if you write things down, I've noticed you become much more stringent about actually, and strict with yourself about actually doing it. So if you have, let's say, a goal, I'm going to make 2 videos a week on Monday and Friday. Write it down, and every week that you do it, check mark it. Because then you will feel like you're accomplishing a goal every week, and you'll be more likely to do things. Larva's Table, or maybe Table. Hi, howdy. Bob King, have you ever played a Sonic game? Yes, I have. Sawyer Neal, are you aware that there is a second Plants vs. Zombies coming out soon? I think that it's already out in like Australia, China, some other markets. It's going to be a free-to-play game, which of course means you're going to pay a lot of microtransactions. So, yeah. Anish Sharma, do you like the AVX comics? I didn't read AVX, which was Avengers versus X-Men. If you don't know, there was a big crossover event in the comic books where all the Avengers fought the X-Men, and there was a rivalry because, of course, some Avengers were both X-Men and Avengers, like Wolverine, so there was a big rivalry there. And I didn't read it, but I heard that it was pretty good. And, of course, if you're reading Uncanny X-Men, you kind of know what had happened in those events with Cyclops and things like that. So it looks like it was a good story. I'll definitely go back and check it out at some point. Faye Maher, what's your favorite game and why? It's hard to say one game, so I can't really narrow it down to one thing. But there was a couple of games that I played a ton when I was a kid with my PlayStation 1, like Driver 3. I believe it was called. I was going to say Driver San Francisco by mistake. Driver 3 and the WCW Nitro game. So that was a wrestling game that I played for way too many hours. The B481. It looks like he's a troll, so ignore him. Larva Stable. I like Skylanders like you. Cool. Legolas LOTR says hi. Howdy. Yasir AI Watch Gassy Mexican. That's a great name. His name is Max too. Cool. Maybe I'll check that person out. GCMP 11 and Dark R Lover. Blitz, will you get Assassin's Creed 4? Probably. Batman Arkham City more times, please. Every 2 days you get an Arkham City episode for now. Honey Butter 80. Who do you think is going to win, Ziggler or Del Rio? I hope Ziggler gets the belt at some point again. Lego Champ 561 says, do you have a Connect? No, I do not. Rodri Poke EXP, a question. You gonna use Chop with Franklin? What? You gonna use Chop with Franklin in GTA 5? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I think you mean one of the characters, Franklin, because there's gonna be 3 characters. I think you're gonna play as all 3. There's gonna do like a rotation. I think so. Maybe you only get to play as one. I'm not sure. Heather Jenkins, what's your favorite WWE wrestler? Currently CM Punk, overall Shawn Michaels. Cavan Lee or Savan Lee says, can you say my name? I just did. What's your favorite cheese? My favorite cheese, mozzarella cheese, probably. Are you going to play Skylander Swap Forces Serious? Yes, I will. I have a hair on my face. Austin Jones, do you like WWE action figures? As I said, the current ones, not so much, but older ones I collected for quite a while. Sarah Brown, what do you think about Harry Potter? I think it's a great series that over time got really bad, like a lot of things are. As long as they keep making money, they keep making more of them, I think it got weird as it kept going. I think that it was a really great first 4 books, and then after that, I kind of lost my interest. Sorry. Just had to cough because my throat's really dried out. Okay, so let's see. We got 4 more minutes. Have you ever played a Sonic game? The B481 says, are you going to get Young Justice Legacy? I don't know when that game is coming out. They kept saying that it was going to come out sometime this summer. Then they prolonged it later and later. When it comes out, probably, because I really enjoyed Young Justice, which if you haven't watched that show, definitely go back, watch it. It's a show that you have to watch a lot of the episodes, like it builds. So if you can watch it, keep on watching. It gets really good. If there's a Deadpool Lego, will you buy it? They did make a Deadpool little minifigure that came out with, what was it? It was like a helicopter and a motorcycle with Wolverine. I have that. So, yeah, I have gotten it already. Okay, so let's see. Gonna scroll on down. Okay, so let's see. Sarah, there we go. Sarah Brown, are you thinking of playing and making a walkthrough of at least the first Ace Attorney? I would need to get a capture card for my DS to do that. So if I were to get one, I'd definitely consider that. Endrick, I'm not sure again, depending on how you pronounce that. J420, is the Wii U worth the $350? I would say, again, I have to be honest. I would say right now, if you're not a big Nintendo fan, no. Because there really is a lackluster series of games. Like, there's no huge roster of games that would make you like, oh, that's incredible. Like, there's a great variety of games. It's one of those systems that if you buy it, yes, there are definitely games like Lego City Undercover, Zombie U, the Mario game that is available, and Nintendo Land. But then after that, everything else you can own on the Xbox 360 before already. So just re-releases. So I don't know. And Monster Hunter, of course, is if you like that game as well. I would say probably not. Again, if you are a huge Nintendo fan, obviously go ahead and buy it because Pikmin is coming out and a bunch of other games are slowly going to trickle out. Freddy Rodriguez says, are you going to see Kick-Ass? I don't know why I said it with such a Russian accent. Kick-Ass 2. Probably. I really liked the first one, but I think I ended up seeing that on Blu-ray instead of on... Yeah, I have it on Blu-ray, but I don't think I saw it in the movie theaters. So, I don't know if in the movie theaters, but I'll see it. Zomar XDZ says, in Blitz Village, you should build a huge sign that says Blitz Village. Yeah, probably we should do that at some point down the line. Slayfair1 says, may Odin be with you, Max. Thank you so much. What kind of phone do you use? My phone is... My friends and my mom and everyone has been trying to get me a new phone for a while. I just use an old LG phone. Look at it. It's like falling apart, but I love this thing. Because for me, it's just, as long as it texts, as long as it talks, I'm fine. Yasir Al, or AI, says, you said my name right the first time. I'm sorry, I've read everyone's name so many times, I can't remember, so I apologize. Gareth Rampersad says, The Walking Dead is outside your house. Put a pot on your head. I don't know if a pot would help me. Like, imagine if there's a zombie walking in and I'm just standing there with a pot on my head. I'm like, I hope they don't notice me. Like, that's not a really helpful way to guard yourself. Sarah Brown, what do you think about Danganronpa? I don't know what that is, but yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. Claudia Hopkins, let Dodd to 100 like for every other day. I don't know what that means either. I'm sorry. Bartek dash or slash, black slash, not black slash, backslash. Do you know any easy way to record the Wii? If you've got an HD PVR, it's pretty simple. Andrich420 says, my 5-year-old watches your Lego walkthroughs every day. Thanks for keeping everything clean. I hate those video game walkthroughs where the person has to use the F word every few seconds. That's the thing. It's like, it's a weird balance because kids, like if you say the F word, kids are like, oh, he said the F word, and they find it funny. But at the same time, like, there's nothing wrong with using that word because we give that word value and things like that. But I just feel like a lot of people on YouTube, they over-exaggerate things. Like, they use it way too much to where when you use that word, it loses any significance. So then it doesn't have any purpose anymore. So I don't know. I try to minimize cursing for that very same purpose and reason. Brandon, but again, by the way, thank you. And I'm glad you are enjoying the videos. Okay, we're already on the time, but I'm going to do 10 more comments, okay? 10 more questions, comments, so we'll see. Claudia Hopkins says, you can't. Okay, that's not a question. Next, Brandon Bannett, WWE 2K14. What do you think? I think that it looks good. I think that, I don't think that, the problem is that's going to be the biggest issue is that they're not going to have enough time to make like a unique 2K game because they got a hold of the license when THQ was already working on a brand new game. So I think that this one's going to be very similar to last year, but after this point, it'll be really interesting to see if 2K becomes much more involved and kind of starts to dictate some new features and new gameplay styles and things like that. So I think the iteration that's going to be coolest and going to see significant changes is WWE 2K15. So we'll see. Trevon Ali says, do you have a bro/sister? Nope, I'm a single child, but I've got 4 cousins. So yeah. And I grew up with most of them like close by, so it was basically like brothers and sisters, or in my case, just sisters. Eva Games, what are your best Lego game? Okay, I'm not sure. I think you mean what is your best Lego game that you've ever played? Out of the ones that I own, and I haven't played all of them, Lego. I was gonna say Lego Batman 2, but then. Honestly, Lego City Undercover is really good. Lego City Undercover is like GTA, but it solves the problem of getting bored because there's just so much like varied mini games that, and it doesn't take itself too seriously, and there are a lot of funny jokes, like genuinely funny, laugh out loud moments that I would probably say Lego City Undercover. Bobby, if that's really your last name, that would is pretty cool. Like your first name is Bob, your last name is Bobby, Bobby. And then your middle name is Bobathan. So it's Bobathan, Bobby. That's a lot of bobbing. But nonetheless, hey Blitz, you're awesome. Please read this. I'm your biggest fan. Thank you so much, Bob. And I wasn't making fun of you. I just said it's cool that your last name is Bobby. Claudia Hopkins, it best. Slayfair 1. Goodbye, Blitzwinger. Peace out, Slayfair. I've been here the whole time. Cool. The Last of Us is so cool. That's the same person, Bobby. Okay, Kevin Lee spelled it out for me. It's Kevin Lee. Okay, Kevin Lee. So it's almost like Kevin, kind of. Very similar. Marvel SHS, would you do Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions? Yes, that's another game. That's a game I have right there, and that's a really, really fun game. So that would be one that I would definitely want to do a walkthrough for as well. So we're going to do 4 more questions after this. What's your favorite game? I've already answered that before, so let's do a different one. Will you get WWE 14? Yes, I will. Bob Bobby says, sorry, that was from Matthew NGU. Whoa. Nguyen, or maybe it's Nguyen, something like that. Will you get WWE 14? Yes, I will. Bob Bobby then says, when will you start Pirates of the Caribbean? When Lego Batman is done. Michael Theus says, can you give me your WWE figures? Nope. If I were to give them, I'd probably just give them to charity or something like that. And on top of that, if you're not in Canada, shipping would be ginormously expensive. Bob Bobby says, yes, play Slender and Surgeon Simulator 2013. Orange Monk, how long have you been on YouTube making videos? I started in 2009, I think, but I made like 4 videos and then I didn't make videos for a long time. When I started actual like video game videos, that was last June, so a year. I live in New Zealand. That was from Bob Bobby. Epic Ninja Monkey 101. I also live in Canada. Very cool. And not a Canadian. Oh, Canada. Our home and native land. Okay, Bob Bobby, please play more Lego games. Yes, I will. I mean, I'm playing a lot of them already. And let's see. We're going to go up to here. Epic Ninja Monkey. Have you ever played Spec Ops The Line? Yes, that's a really, really underrated shooting game. Play it if you enjoyed it. If you enjoy shooting games, you should check it out, especially because I think it's pretty cheap right now on Steam, so check it out. Abdullah says, I like your bedroom, thank you. Sandugan Bullard says, Blitz, will you play Cube World? I asked people if they want me to play Cube World on Blitz Village, and everybody's like, no, majority of people, so I don't know if I would play that. Okay, now there's a couple of people that are asking to play Cube World, so maybe it is popular. I'm not sure. All right, so let's do a couple more right here because I feel bad about not answering. Slenderman is in your bed from Mr. Beyblade fan. That would terrify me greatly, but I still have to check. Smiley Devil, I like the little robot. The little robot? You mean like the Blitzwinger robot? If so, that's cool. Sorry, Tony Stark says... Tony Stark? What are you doing here, Tony? I thought you're supposed to be rescuing the world and stuff like that, or hanging out with Pepper Potts. Blitzwinger, are you going to get Mario Kart 8 and Sonic Lost World and Pokemon XY? That's a lot of N's. That's how I used to write when I was younger. I'd always just write, and then this happened, and then this happened. And like I wouldn't put periods. It was bad. It took me a while to get to be a decent writer. Now I'm much better, obviously. Brian Bonilla, hi, can you see my comment? Yes, I can. And Blue Flame Fire Z, who is your favorite hero in Marvel Heroes? Well, right now I've only played as Daredevil and Deadpool, and they're both fun. So I lean towards Daredevil because I really like his books right now, but I'm a big fan of Deadpool as well. Endrick420 says, a guy I worked with is Ziggler's dad. Whoa, Ziggler's dad, not dead. Ziggler's dad. We get free tickets whenever he comes to Cleveland. That's awesome, dude. That's so cool. Really awesome. Nice. All right, that's it, guys. I'm going to do the top 3 comments. I'm going to refresh this right now, and I'm going to do the top 3 comments because I got to get going. I was supposed to leave 7 minutes ago. So I'm just going to do the top 3 comments right here. So, Bob Bobby asks, will you play Portal 2? Yes, I will. I need to get on that. Ender Assassin says, Blitz, like my username. Sure, it sounds cool. It's like Enderman, I guess, combined with Assassin's Creed or something. That's very cool. And Heather Jenkins says, what is your favorite TV show? Right now, I'm a big fan of Sons of Anarchy. I've been watching all of those episodes. It's such a great show. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a mature show, but if you want a mature show, watch that. I like The Walking Dead. I liked Game of Thrones the first season. I didn't really enjoy the second season, and then I didn't even finish all of it. And then I've started watching some of the third season, and I'm actually enjoying it again. So that's weird. And then the one show that I've been really watching, if you like anime, and again, it's a bit of more of a mature anime, I've been watching Death Note right now. It's super good. A really, really smart show, and that's gonna very kind of like a a brain scratcher and a head scratcher. There's just so much cool stuff that's happening. It does get a little bit crazy towards the end, but the first like 15, 20 episodes are really, really, really good. So check it out. Alrighty, so that is pretty much it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. And of course, if you're watching this at any point in time later on, this was a live show, meaning that now, if you comment, I can't see your comments anymore. But that being said, on Friday the 19th is today. I'm very smart. On Friday the 26th, I will see you guys with another live stream. That being said, guys, if you could please give this show a like, that really does help me out a ton, and it shows me that you guys want to see more of these down the line. On top of that, another thing, by the way, I'm holding a Disney Planes little thing I'm gonna do. I don't know why. But of course, if you guys enjoyed this episode, showed support. On top of that, if you guys could go check out MP Toys, Maximus Primus Toys, if you're interested in toy reviews and things like that. I'm doing some product reviews and things like that as well over there. So if you're interested in that, check that channel out. And the other channel that I have running is, of course, Fanboy Potion, where you get to see a lot of like comic book reviews coming up on there. I'm going to do individual issue reviews. So if you're interested in that, subscribe to that channel. And it's also going to have like episode reviews for different TV shows, opinion things. I'm going to do a Last of Us probably ending conversation on there. I'm actually thinking of having some people on that video to kind of interact and talk about Last of Us. So we'll see if that will get put together. I'll definitely let you know if it does. And of course, guys, also subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that subscribe button if you're not one of the subscribers. Definitely subscribe to not miss out on all the content that goes up on the Blitzwinger channel. And of course, guys, also another thing, I keep saying, and of course, guys, I apologize for that. But also, there's a ton of stuff coming your way right now on news-wise, because there's SDCC going on, of course, San Diego Comic-Con. A ton of news, like Skylander updates, Lego Marvel update coming your way tomorrow. There's going to be a big news update because of the fact that they've got a big press conference or presentation tomorrow, so that should be really cool. We'll see what gets announced tomorrow. But that being said, guys, again, as I always say, thank you so much. Without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. There would be no purpose in it. So I would like, if I could, thank and shake the hand of each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for the amazing support. Thank you for being so kind. Thank you for being good people and being a friendly community. I really take pride in that, and that we don't have too many trolls, because they exist everywhere, but so far it's been a very minimal amount of you. So I really, really appreciate the support, guys. And from the bottom of my heart, I'll catch you guys next time with another live stream. Have a fan-flipping-tastic day, night. If you're in Canada, stay safe, because obviously it's storming pretty badly. And if you're anywhere else, obviously stay safe as well, just because the world is kind of crazy sometimes. So just keep yourself safe, guys. And catch you guys next time. Have a fan-flipping-tastic day. And I'll see ya. Laters.